Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Teachers Off Duty Podcast. On this episode, we're going to be talking about things in the school building that get on teachers' nerves. We're going to be talking about things like critters, black mold, and haunted schools. You don't want to miss out. What's up, educators? Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Teachers Off Duty Podcast, the Board Teachers Comedy Tour Takeover. And this is another great episode, another great week. We have your man back, KC Mack, already. And to my right...
It was the neck pop for me.
Already. To my right, who do we have here?
Hey, I'm Liz Blanc. I'm part of the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, so pumped to be here.
What? That was high ponytail.
That was beautiful.
Remember when you had the high ponytail and you did the dab?
That's my alter ego.
That was high ponytail is.
That's my alter ego.
She just gave her whole resume. Hello, it's Liz Blanc. I'm a part of the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. I'm pumped to be here. We pumped to have you here. Y'all don't understand. This is one of my new best friends.
She's literally one of the funniest people I've ever heard.
On tour, we have such a great time. Behind us, the scenes, and we just started creating these little videos. And
I'm a little jealous.
Actually, you told us, you was like, your friendship is the friendship nobody know that they need it. You remember you told me?
The first time I saw y'all make a video together, I was like, okay, friends.
She is so hilarious, man. I'm telling you, she cracks me up.
Real talk.
To the point I'm just like, girl, you are so stupid. And she's like, Casey, why you call me stupid? I said, no, stupid in a good way. Like fun stupid. Yeah. Like, that's what I told her.
It's a term of endearment. And if anybody cares to know, I'm honest teacher vibes.
I was breaking it to you.
Are we really siblings anymore because you and Liz making all these videos together?
No, see, I got to set you up right. I was just trying to, get the prerequisites out the way so I could give it to the main course that came here.
Please never call me the main course again. Casey, grow up.
Tell the wonderful people who you are because they already know. But give it to them again.
I'm honest teacher vibes.
Honest teacher vibes.
I'm irritated at you, not at my name. Main course. Grow up, Casey.
No, but we had a lot of good times too on the road, man. Like I said, some of my earliest memories on the tour, consisted of you guys, because, and that's why I always say, and I always tell the story anytime I'm talking about like the comedians who weren't comedians before, the tour. But man, you guys stepped up, and you're just naturally funny.
Thank you.
So it was just cool to see what you do from your videos and actually convert it to a different art form, which is live performance on stage.
I had good coaching.
Yeah.
UG. I had good coaching.
I didn't want to make it about me, but I did. I can't toot my own horn. Toot, toot, toot. But
remember when we were it started raining when we were coming back from Universal? And we were running, and Casey was running behind me. He goes, Honest, how are you faster than me?
In my mind, I thought I could run faster than Honest Teacher Vibes, and I cannot.
I took that personally.
We were here in Orlando, matter of fact.
Yeah, we were, and we went to Universal, and it started raining, and we had to run through the rain. And Casey, I was yards in front of you.
Right,
this man gonna say, Honest, how are you faster than me?
He called you honest. He didn't even call you by
He's the only person that will call me honest. What'd you say one time? I was taking a long time to get in the van, and you were like, get your honest teacher ass in the van. We had some good times for real at the beginning.
Yeah, man. But that's all a part of it. And the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, man, you guys,
have a good time.
That's what you got to be a part of. It's a real cool experience, man. It is blowing up,
truly
taking on the comedy world by storm. And if you have not been a part of the tour and you want to be, we have a lot of great shows coming up in 2024. We're going to be in the great states of Maine, Massachusetts, Texas, Florida, Vermont, upstate New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Idaho, Utah, Kentucky, Colorado, Illinois, California, Iowa, Wisconsin, Wyoming, Mississippi, and Louisiana. That's right. If you want to be a part of it, man. All you got to do is click in the link on the description. Follow Board Teachers. Follow the Teachers Off Duty podcast. Follow everybody on here. We're definitely going to be dropping dates. We can't wait to see you.
I like how fast you read the states.
In 2024. I know, man.
I feel like you could be like the person at the auction.
I had it in 25, 35, 45, 55, 55. So, on this episode, guys, we're going to be talking about things in the school building that gets on teachers' nerves. Now, as
The kids.
educators, former educators, man. Woo! What'd you say? The kids?
The kids.
Just
I'm
short and
sorry,
simple. The
but they
kids.
stress me out sometimes.
Other teachers. Boom.
Boom. Snitch teachers.
Definitely.
Work snitch.
Oh, work snitch teachers.
Can't stand you.
Oh, habitual throw people under the bussers.
Where do you come up with some of the stuff you be saying?
Tito's.
Casey. Tito's be
When
having your
people
mind
come
working.
to your classroom to like let you know things, like just to let you know, so and so's been in the bathroom for more than 3 minutes. It's
Right.
like, oh, okay,
Mind your
like,
business. I know how long they've
it's
been in the
fine.
bathroom.
Right.
At the beginning of the school year, I sent one of my sixth graders to the bathroom, and it took him a really long time to come back. He was gone for like 20 minutes, and I was like, either he's got to go to number 2. You're having a hard time. Maybe you need to send somebody in there. Called the principal, and she said she went to look for him. She walked past the boys' bathroom and heard somebody yelling for help. Bless his heart.
goodness.
There was no toilet paper in there, and he went number 2.
Oh,
And he's a sweet kid too. I love him. I was like, I just felt. She's like, I felt bad for him. He's like, help,
yeah.
somebody! I need somebody.
Oh,
Bless his, and that was his first day of 6th grade. And they get so they're so
Right.
nervous their first day of 6th grade. And bless his heart, they were so nervous that I was like, man, he's been gone for 20 minutes. Like, what if he walked home? Like, I was just like,
right.
That lets me know right now that was a kid who takes pretty good care of his personal hygiene anyway.
because some kids like
Because
just
if,
Oh no.
if it was a kid that did not, it would have been like, I didn't have toilet tissue. What else is new?
what else is there in here I can
Right.
use?
When I was traveling, though, we were in London and we had to go buy toilet paper. And the person in the grocery store was like, toilet tissue. And I was like, okay. So
Now
you're
we
right. In
particular.
Britain, they do call it toilet tissue and they will correct you.
Oh,
See?
You call it toilet
You been there?
paper.
Nope. I hate school toilet tissue though. It's so thin.
Oh, it's bad.
y'all
It's
know what
bad.
happens.
now
Sandpaper.
you know what happens.
Y'all know what
You know
happens.
what's tea.
Oh man.
How is it so thin and fragile, but also sandpapery?
Real talk.
How?
I wanna know.
How do you achieve that texture?
I want to know. You worked hard to do that. It's simultaneously doing 2 different things.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
just
gotta
saying,
at least
Yeah.
wrap it a good.
Oh, you
15.
got to do the wraparound.
You gotta 15 it.
Yep.
Gotta 15 it. Stop! Quit! You look like you shadow boxing.
You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
Speaking of the bathroom, y'all are
Your
grown?
hand looks like a mitt when it's done,
That's
like a big
just-
boxing glove. Then
Yo, why did I walk in the bathroom? Some grown person did not flush the toilet after they went number 2. Listen, I know you got to rush back to your class because you didn't have that long, but you got time to flush the daggum toilet.
Right.
It's nasty. Leaving stuff on the seat. You are grown.
Oh,
Somebody
goodness.
was like, maybe it was a kid that went in there. No, it wasn't. We watch those bathrooms like a hawk. They go to their own bathroom. We go to our own
Yeah.
bathroom.
let me ask you something.
It was an adult.
Would you ever? Let's
No.
just say you had to use
No,
a bathroom.
I didn't
real
like the way
bad,
you asked it.
and all the staff restrooms was occupied. Would you ever use a student restroom?
I would.
You would?
I got to
Have
go to
you?
the bathroom.
If
Yep.
it's an emergency, absolutely.
If it's an emergency because I ain't got that much time to pee. I'm not finna. I already been holding it for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Already, the other day I held it from 10:30 to 3:30. I know I got a bladder infection. You ain't supposed to hold it that long.
Now, if I had to do a number 1, of course I would.
I'm not going number 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Well,
No.
I mean, but y'all have to sit down anyways. Guys, we stand up, so it's not like But so what's the difference with a woman? Number 1, number 2. Y'all still sitting down on that seat.
You squat, Casey.
Oh, that's right. Y'all turned into
sitting
gymnasts.
your bare booty
I
on the
forgot.
toilet seat. Not your bare booty on the toilet seat.
Y'all turned into gymnasts. Y'all squatting.
Look, I heard somebody the other day was like, how come when women pee it sound like fried chicken? And so, a woman commented and said, because that's what it sounds like when you don't pee all over the daggum seat.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Now every time I pee, I can only think of fried chicken.
Wow. Thank you for putting that image in my mind. Now I'm going to
happens when you don't pee all
think
over the
about
seat?
that.
I would never use
But
it.
I would use the kid. You wouldn't use the kids' bathroom?
Nah, I'd rather go
Yeah.
outside and dig a hole in the playground,
Casey, I'm talking about number 1.
right in the woodchucks in the playground.
I
The
had
wood chips.
When it was an emergency, I had a kid's restroom I'd dip into on the way to another class because I was a moving teacher for part of my career. And I always went to the very last stall on the left. That was like my stall. Wash my hands, get out of there really fast.
Get out quick.
So I have two special restrooms that I would use. One, the nurse's office.
Absolutely.
In the back. Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
The staff ones is hit and miss. But then we had one on the far end. We had like a dead hall, and it was by the auditorium, and you only had to have the key because they always locked it because they didn't want the students going in there. So that would be the one I would go in and use. And like only the coaches and certain teachers had that key. So that was like our secret
we
little
all
spot.
have our like particular bathroom at school.
That's our spizot.
I always, when I have to use the bathroom in the kids' bathroom, I always go to the last stall. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just habit.
I feel like I just feel better in there if people aren't walking by me. Like I feel like I have a little more privacy if I'm back in that corner.
Listen, I'm not picky. When it comes to going to the bathroom, I have to hold it for so long that I'm not picky. When it's finally time, I'll pee in a bucket because I gotta go. I gotta go, and I can't hold it anymore. Are you really a teacher if you haven't almost peed on yourself while you're teaching?
Definitely not.
Well,
not.
Casey, you had time to go.
Yeah, well, I had a classroom right next to the bathroom too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I was able
that's a
to,
luxury.
you know.
That's
That
what
was
it
a quick
sounds like
one.
when y'all pee all over the seat.
Doesn't sound like frying
You're
chicken.
the culprit, Casey.
Admin walking into the classroom, jiggling their sets of keys. What do y'all think about that?
I feel like do they do that on purpose?
This is a big pet peeve of mine.
Because I know they have to have a lot of keys, but like, dang, my kids were quiet. You came in with them keys jangling like Santa Claus, and now they're all.
I think admin tries to out-key the custodians. It's like a sign of respect.
They're asserting their dominance.
Right.
They're obnoxious.
I am the authority here.
You got 14 keys. I have 18.
I actually never hear I think my principal just has her one key on her
Yeah,
because
the
I
one
never
little key
hear her
on the
keys jangling in the door. But some principals do carry like 50 keys, and I'm like, half these keys don't go to nothing.
Yeah, I don't think my principal. I don't ever really heard him jingling keys as well either.
I don't like the cafeteria smells that waft through everywhere in the school. Like one time they were cooking like egg rolls, and I'm like, listen, right. That was an immediate.
It just hit me.
That
I
was
was
an
like-
immediate response. So I'm like, listen, there's certain foods that you need to stick to in the school cafeteria. Egg rolls is not one of them.
Right.
Egg rolls already stink in real life. So
Egg
imagine how
rolls.
they smell in school.
So what are some that are acceptable? Like I think
your
potatoes
pizza,
and gravy.
Yeah, pizza, potato, whatever mystery meat that Salisbury steak's supposed to be. Chicken.
Y'all remember the chicken rings?
What?
Chicken.
The little
wings.
chicken rings? There's like little chicken rings.
That sounds so nasty.
No,
I'm
we
not
just
gonna
have
lie.
regular nuggets.
Yeah, it was like chicken nuggets, but just like with the
No.
holes. No,
We didn't have
dip them in
those.
barbecue sauce and
Was that good?
mashed potatoes.
School lunch used to be bussin' though.
I'm from Ohio. We dipped them in ranch.
You dip chicken and ranch.
That's good.
Like
I would
not
do
hot
that.
wings though.
Chicken nuggets and ranch.
Ooh.
But see, here's the thing though. I guess like in your cafeteria did you have like a variety to choose from, or was it just no? This is what is on
In
the
high
hot.
school we did, but not in middle school. Middle
school,
school.
Yeah,
just-
you had line A or B.
Not
line-
the line A or B.
Line A was serving like a tray lunch that was standard, and then line B you could go over and it was more of an a la carte selection.
Not an a la carte.
a la carte.
Oh, bougie.
But that would be one of the things that would get on my nerves. Like, and like, give us more options, man. You know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't got that kind
I'm
of
just-
money on their hands, fam.
I know.
I don't like that we have to pay for school lunch though. Kind of hurts my feelings. I'm like, if the kids get to eat, can I eat? Like, I don't advertise eating school lunch, but like, listen, this past week, I made a mistake and ate the school lunch, and I was in the bathroom fighting for my life.
Oh.
It was a really bad choice. And one of the kids touched my garlic bread, and I still ate it. 'cause I was hungry.
Lord
I was hungry.
Jesus.
That's where the food poisoning came from.
Oh my God.
Yeah, listen. This school year been tearing me up, and I don't know if I was just going through something, and I just unconsciously ate that spaghetti, and I knew it had mystery meat in it, but I had 2 helpings of it, and the garlic bread that kid touched.
That's
I was just asking for trouble.
when you said that we shouldn't have to pay for the
As soon as I said that, I was like,
listen, we had this one teacher, he got fired
"What?
because what he was doing it with the absent kids, he would go and take their number and go get a lunch
What in the world?"
and say that they was in ISS but he was really taking them back to his room. And
Bruh.
It's not worth it.
That is
not worth
crafty.
not worth it.
you better pay that $2.75,
Right.
sir.
Dude, ours is like $4.50.
$4.50.
Yeah, for teacher lunch is $4.50.
It was like $2.75, and the crazy part is, if you cool with the lunch lady, you
They'll
can start a
hook you
little
up.
tab. You
Yeah.
can have a little tab. Be like,
Yeah,
hey man,
yeah.
I'm gonna pay you when I get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Hook you up,
My
little
little
tab.
bill is like $30 a month.
I don't know. I kind of go back on what I said about school lunch, because I used to say don't eat the school lunch, but I'm telling you, this school year is just, we just trying to survive. So we be eating the school lunch sometimes.
Yeah.
Judge your mama.
I
not
used to
me.
eat it
I don't know.
sometimes. I'd eat it like once or twice
I used
a week.
to never eat it. I used to never eat it, but like this school year just wild, man. So we just living on the edge. We just taking risks, and we was in the bathroom, had to get a sub.
Sometimes you don't have time.
I was like, I need a good 30 minutes. So y'all I ain't trying to go home, but I need a sub.
Now I will say this. Do y'all know, like, during when that special time of the holidays, when like Thanksgiving, and they do like the whole turkey dinner and all
Hey,
that
that
stuff?
gonna be fire.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that gonna be good.
That
Yeah.
be the part where I'll be like, okay,
yeah.
Little cranberry sauce,
Delicious.
little morsel.
yes.
Little morsel.
And in
cranberry
our
sauce.
school, you know, I taught in the hood, right? So they would serve us chitlins.
No, they did not.
I know, I'm
No.
lying.
Casey,
Pig feet,
I was
hormones.
like, I'm pretty sure that you cannot.
Liz
Liz is like, what is that?
It's like, I know what they are.
Chitlins. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Now as an adult, I can't eat them. When I was younger, I eat them just with some hot sauce on them. And now
It's
as an
a
adult,
southern delicacy.
now as an adult, I can't eat them because I just know.
You ever ate chitlins?
I have not.
Have you?
But that's okay if other
Liz,
people do.
I love you because
have
it was
not.
the professional. I have not.
not.
I'm not here to judge other people's food
I just don't.
consumption.
I
I
don't eat 'em
can't
anymore.
eat them as an adult.
Yeah, I don't eat 'em
used to
anymore.
eat them when I was younger. And throw some hot sauce on them. Like I'm talking about heavy on the hot sauce. But I can't eat them anymore as an adult. I just can't do it.
Well, it's the smell. You know, a lot of people don't like the smell and all that good stuff. But speaking of smells, what about like when people are heating up something in the in the teacher's lounge, like in the microwave?
I mean,
The way that you said, I mean,
is it
Liz has heated up
a
fish.
bit inconsiderate
Of what? Oh, to heat
to,
up
to
something
the other
that's-
people? Yes,
Yeah.
but it's like, that's your right. Like, if you
Yeah.
guys went to Bonefish Grill the night before and you have some scallops and you want to eat them for
No,
lunch, far be
Liz,
it
not
for
the
me to
scallops.
say. No, I'm actually,
Far be it from me to agree. I
I'm
can't.
picturing a wonderful teacher from early on in my career
Oh,
who
she had the scallops.
she would eat seafood every single day
No.
for lunch.
Oh my!
She was this beautiful woman who
Was she
ate very
pescatarian?
healthy, and she was just a wonderful human. And she was one of those people where it was like, oh, I wish she wouldn't, but you're so good. You're just such a great human that it's okay.
Nope.
Far
Nope.
be it for me to say you can't have your salmon, you know?
I'm mean mugging you every time I see you because eat your salmon at home. It already stinking here. You contributing to the phone.
Was she pescatarian?
What is pescatarian?
You know what? She may have been.
What's pescatarian?
Only eat seafood.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like vegetarian, but add seafood to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, because I understand, like, some people, they eat healthy. I completely understand that. But fish is foul, okay? Fish
And it gets tough
is,
in the microwave.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm not heating up no salmon in the microwave, period. I want it moist when it come out the oven.
Moist.
Moist.
Yeah, but okay, so you have like fish is nasty. What else? What is another food that if they're cooking in the microwave that just gets on your nerves?
The
Eggs.
whole,
Eggs.
who's cooking eggs? What kind of psychopaths do you work with?
We had a teacher who would she would peel hard boiled eggs and eat them for lunch.
Ugh.
And
Oh hell
you
yeah!
could get you'd smell them, but you know. There's people who eat like canned sardines on crackers for lunch.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
No,
do.
They do.
Yes, they do.
You
That's
gotta just
nasty.
let people do their thing.
These
and
people put one sock on and one shoe at a time. They put their sock on, then they shoe, then they sock on, then they shoe. They pour the milk and then put the cereal in there. Who is eating sardines and crackers?
The same teachers
it's
are like
kinda
to
common.
The
I
same
mean-
teachers are like to talk to you in your face and use only H words. Hey, how you doing? How are you today?
Get you and your hot breath out my face.
Halitosis.
Okay.
You sure got it.
it just
Nah.
I guess this doesn't strike a chord with me. This isn't a huge pet peeve of mine, I guess.
Are you serious?
Really?
It's the other smell. I think it's because there's so many other smells.
Yo-
I feel like you're a chill teacher. I'm kind of high maintenance.
Either
Like,
that or her olfactory does not work properly.
what?
I probably don't have the best sense of smell. That's probably true. Also, I didn't always eat in the lounge. So it was like microwave my food and dip type of thing usually.
That's why you don't mind. Because you microwave that
Probably.
food and dip. You're just a compassionate person. Because I'm me mugging anybody that eats up fish. First of all, why is you eating sardines? Because aren't those to catch fish? Aren't sardines to catch fish? You use those to reel the fish in? Like, are you a fish, cuz? You know what I'm saying?
I
Are you
like
a fish?
catfish.
Fried with spaghetti.
Yes.
Period. Come on.
With
somebody.
chitlins.
No, Casey.
Cooked
You dipped on
broccoli
the
is another
chitlin.
bad one.
Oh,
Broccoli
definitely.
does.
Cooked
Now,
broccoli is.
I can have grace for broccoli, but fish, I just can't. I can't. It stinks. It already stinks in the school. Like if they cooking egg rolls and you heating up fish at the same time and the kids funky, I'm gonna have to leave. I gotta get a sub.
Speaking of subs, what about when they're eating subs in your car and it's old
Casey.
steak, Philly cheesesteak?
Oh my gosh. Any opportunity.
You are so petty today.
Any
The
opportunity.
sole inhabitant of Petty Island today. All I'm saying is you're gonna come up off Jerome. You're gonna take a step back. Do a step back, double step.
So listen, okay, so remember when we was in New Orleans and we was eating crawfish in the back right before the show.
Bro, Vinny was so mad.
He was upset. All you heard, me and Honest was tearing it up too. All you heard was,
Oh my god. Casey, I forgot about that. And them just was fine too, bro.
Is this in the car?
No, it was in the green room.
No.
Them just
everybody
was
got
good.
up and left. They just left us in
But
there.
it was like 4 green rooms.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Hey, that ain't my fault. Them just
But it
was
was
good.
like, oh my God, I just
I
couldn't
didn't even know. I didn't know he knew about the crawfish. Not the
He said
crawfish.
if I hear them suck on one more crawfish.
He was so mad. I love Vinny and Jess. They both just got up and were like, "We're gonna go." That crawfish was
I
good,
forgot all
man.
about that.
That crawfish was good.
So yeah, okay, so that's like one of those things. Is there something that a teacher would eat? Not even the smell, just watching them eat it. Would that get on your nerves? Just watching them just tear something up,
nah.
like smacking or just
Like,
smacking
I mean,
on
don't
their
be
food or
smacking
something?
up, but I'm with you though. The people that like, they come right in your face and they're like, hey, if you just got done eating
Yeah.
some salmon that you heated up in the microwave, get your nasty taste buds. Because who is heating up salmon? I feel like somebody's, if you get mad in the comments and you're like, you should let people eat their fish, it's probably you.
Yeah.
It's probably you. You're the culprit. Speaking of food, the brown paper towels. If you spill some food or you spill a drink or you spill
Okay.
anything,
Okay.
the brown paper towels at school don't wipe up anything.
They don't.
Oh,
How
not
are they-
absorbent.
Yeah,
I just want
whatsoever.
to know, why is this not talked about? Like, it literally doesn't clean up anything.
You're squeegeeing.
Right. This is a
I'm
squeegee.
not
It's a
working
pepper
hard for my life.
squeegee.
Yeah.
Like, a kid spilled like a red, I don't even know why. I was like, is this Kool-Aid? He spilled like red Kool-Aid on my floor.
Yeah.
I was like, so you want the smoke? So he went to the bathroom to get paper towels. He came back. I was like, bro, you're going to need more than that.
Right.
Because, I mean, my boy had half the roll and it wasn't doing nothing but just
Right.
swishing it
Right.
around on the
Yeah.
floor. Whole classroom.
Just smears it.
I don't know how it made it across the whole classroom floor, but it was sticky all over the classroom floor. I was like, here goes some Clorox wipes. Like, you get to work, my boy. But the brown paper towels don't do anything.
Yeah. I have to tell the kid, like, bring back like 20 feet of paper towels and then just set it on the
Man,
spill.
okay, because that's the best way to just go. Any type of wiping, it's a wrap.
I think those paper towels just come from those old book covers that we don't use in school anymore.
Oh my
They
God!
just compressed them down.
Why didn't we use those?
I had no idea.
I wonder why they wrapped the books. Did they let us write our names on top of them?
Yeah, you usually like write your little
I
name on it.
love those.
Did the
Core
little
memory.
inserts? Yes, core memories.
Core
I used to
memory,
love
yeah.
decorating mine.
I did too.
Like the paper book cover. I used to love
I
drawing and
wonder
decorating
why
mine.
we did that. Was it? It wasn't a
I think
sanitary
it was
thing.
just to keep the books like to
Protect
protect the
them.
corners
Protect the
and
book.
stuff. Yeah.
But those books were still raggedy.
Them jumps was
Yeah.
super raggedy.
Not wrong.
You know, the first page they got like Egypt, because for some reason the first lesson was always Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
They was drawing on the little pharaoh head. The eyes was
Making a
drawn
little
out.
calligraphy.
Eyes was drawn out. Like, you ain't pay attention the whole lesson.
Right.
You over there drawing spades.
What about?
But now them brown paper towels. I feel bad for the kids when it's like cold and flu season and you done ran out of Kleenex.
Oh yeah.
And they have to use those brown paper towels.
Cut your
especially
little
if
nose up.
especially if it's a kid that like they really got a bad cold and they nose be raw by the end of the day. Snatch the skin off your nose.
Paper towels. Those
So-
are definitely the things that get on my nerves.
Tell
in
your
the- in
mama
the-
to send some
in the-
Kleenex.
That's an acceptable.
That's at the top of the list right there.
Tell your mama to send some Kleenex.
That's top 5.
I'm trying to think if
Those
I got
paper
some.
towels.
I'm trying to think if I got some to top bugs.
Okay.
Oh,
Bugs.
yeah.
Listen, at the beginning of the school year, I was in the bathroom minding the business that paid me. I'm still mad about this. I'm still mad about it. I'm traumatized.
I like you care about what she goes. Let me see if there's something. Bugs.
I
Bugs.
mean, yeah.
Because they be attacking me. Them
What they
roaches so
do?
big ass. I'm telling them just be crawling across the floor
no.
like, hey, you know where the bathroom at, cuz? All right, say no more. And then just keep. So I walk in the teacher's lounge bathroom. It's the day that we came back. The door normally closes fine. But for some reason, I don't know if it was a random earthquake over summer break or what, but the door was like off the hinges. So I walk in the bathroom, I look behind the door, is a big fat cockroach. I'm like, bro, you don't bother me, I ain't gonna bother you. You mind your business, I don't see
Hey,
nothing.
those be the ones that fly.
Yes. So I closed, the door wouldn't close. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to slam the door. So I slammed it. And as soon as I slammed it, I was like, oh my gosh, I probably scared that roach. I looked over, the roach was not in the corner. And I slowly looked down, it was on top of my foot. And I was like, I mean, screaming and hollering and knocking stuff over in the bathroom. It was, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. Because why was he there? He always in there. He don't bother me and I don't bother him. And because whoever knocked the door off the hinges, now you want the smoke. Probably call his homie. That's not my fault.
That's crazy.
I'm still traumatized about it, for real. Because why was he crawling across my foot?
That reminds me of the time at school, I did the same thing. I saw a roach. I stepped on it, right? I went to go get a paper towel to clean him up. I came back, he was gone.
No, he wasn't.
Yes. I saw him 2 weeks later with some stitches and some crutches. That was messed up, man.
You're
How you
such
did
a
me.
comedian. That was I bet you just came up with that on the spot, didn't you? I bet you just came up with that on. This is why you need to go to the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, because KCB saying stuff like this on stage.
Toledo, Ohio, last week.
You have to add that joke to your set. That was so funny. That's messed up, man. Had stitches and crutches. Which roach stitched him up, though?
Ooh, probably the nurse. Our nurse will see
roach.
anybody.
Listen, let me tell you something.
No, our regular school nurse.
She'll see anybody. Hey, roaches too. We all are welcome. All are welcome. I hate them ice packs at school though.
Oh,
When the
wait.
kids be like, "Can I take this ice pack back to the nurse?" Bro, she don't want it. It's
Right.
it's not a reusable ice pack.
But now the ice packs are just what bags of in a
it's like-
Ziploc bags. now.
It's like some kind of it's one of those like pre-made things that go in the freezer.
But like those used to be like blue and squishy.
Yeah.
See, those are the ones I grew up on. But now they just seem to be just
It's in
put
a white bag,
the chips in the ice chips in the Ziploc.
Yeah, that's what
Blue snot out of my nose.
that's what ours were.
You just not rocking it.
Casey, you're so funny at this blue snot. That's a
My kid, I don't know if this is true other places, but my students hold on to that ice pack for dear life. Like I'm
They
like,
do.
sir, it's room temperature now.
It is
We
room
can get rid of
You can
it.
throw it away. That's when they asked me if they could take it back to the nurse.
Yeah, I had a kid. He asked me, "Can he go get some water?" I said, "No." And he said, "Well, can I go get an ice pack?" I said, "Yes." He went and got an ice pack, came back,
No, he
and just
didn't.
waited for it to melt, just so he could drink
Casey,
it out
that's
the bottle.
disgusting.
Oh,
They can't drink those.
that's-
No, the ice, just the ice in the bag.
Who is putting ice in a bag?
Oh no, that's what we had.
No, ours is
In a Ziploc sandwich bag,
Are you
and
serious?
they put
Yeah.
ice cubes in there.
No, ours is like
That's
some
a-
pre-made.
Put one of them thin
That's exactly what we had.
paper towels over that we was just talking about, and that's their little ice pack.
Yeah.
We don't do that at our school.
School budgets,
We don't do that.
budget cuts.
We don't-
Now, see, I've never seen a roach in the classroom, but I taught in the snow belt, so
Oh.
mice in the winter.
absolutely not.
Oh.
If I see a mouse, I'm on the desk. Y'all kids gonna be in there by themselves because
So,
I'm gone.
yeah,
I'm already
and
gone.
it's just, I mean, old buildings in the snow belt.
Oh, for sure.
A huge old building built in the early 1900s.
Like a lot of mice.
You're gonna just have critters, you know.
That's crazy. I've never
Creatures.
seen a mouse. I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever seen. I've seen
I-
a lot of roaches. I've not seen a
I
mouse.
saw 3 with my own eyes. Now that was in 9 years of teaching in this old building.
my God.
So 9 winters in the snow belt. I saw 3 with my own eyes, but once in a while, you know, you'd walk by a table, you'd see a couple droppings. Need
Oh,
to,
yeah.
You need to use a Clorox wipe.
Go
and,
ahead and hit
Oh,
that.
man.
you know, let
Go ahead and hit
custodial
it.
know you need a trap in there overnight, you know.
Not a trap.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Wait, you know what I got this year? Wasps.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I already gave them a heads up because I'm scared to death of wasps, and I don't play. The same classroom that had wasps all for 10 years, and they haven't been. There's no nest in the ceiling. They don't know where they're coming. Like literally, they have had pest control get up. I don't know if there's like a little crack somewhere in the window or whatever, but wasps. The light fixture is like full of them.
I
thought they were roaches. I was cool with it when I thought they were roaches.
Has anyone been stung?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, because we have spray. We got spray. So as soon as we spray.
Oh, okay.
A wasp ain't nothing but a roach with a knife on his butt.
Oh my goodness.
Casey, did you just come up with that?
Yes, you said you thought it was a roach. I said it is.
Dude,
technically.
I seriously thought that. I thought
This
it was
is
a
a roach with a knife
I'm
on his
scared,
butt.
but none of our kids have been stung. But they've done everything they can to get them out, and you still occasionally see one.
Oh.
I'm scared of wasps though. Wasp and those little gecko things, like the little lizards.
Liz love lizards.
Oh, I do love
Whoa,
lizards.
That was a tongue
love
twister.
all lizards.
That was a
Casey,
tongue
that's
twister.
the second time you've used
Liz love
alliteration.
lizards.
Yes, I love.
Because we do walks and stuff. Like we were on
Oh,
tour
you
and
like
stuff. We
lizards,
walk,
true?
and every time it's a lizard, she goes, "Oh my God, it's another lizard!" And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's another lizard!"
I love wildlife.
This is why I love y'all's friendship. I love y'all's friendship. The two different responses.
That's why I love. I mean, we have lots of lizards in California. They've in fact gotten into my apartment here and there. But I love going out walking in a warm climate because they come out. They're in the
scare the
sun.
crap
I
out of me.
love the
They
lizards.
scare the crap out of me. There was one that I promised was the size of the mic.
Oh,
on the
snap.
when we were down here to film the podcast, and I would not walk.
That's
I would
an
not walk
alligator.
Is it an iguana?
out. I guess maybe I don't know. Listen, I teach English. I don't know about that, but it was huge. It was on the one, and I could not walk because y'all were waiting on me. I think we went to I can't remember what restaurant we went to, but everybody was waiting on me, and I was like, I am not walking out. Somebody's gonna have to come get me because there is some large lizard on the outside of the hotel, and I cannot. I don't know if it can fly. I don't know what situation I'm walking into. I need some security.
See, and I would have been like, "Where? I'm coming to hang out.
Right.
I want to meet it."
Are they poisonous? Like, can they bite you? Will they bite you?
I don't think they will. I think they're pretty chill.
Nope, I wasn't chill. I was like, why you on this wall? Don't you got like some
Oh, it was on
greenery?
the wall.
It was like the hotel was like the outside of the hotel was that's really cool.
Lord Jesus.
The outside of the hotel was like grainy, and so I get its feet were like oh, you know what? There was a lizard in our Airbnb. I screamed at the top of my lungs. Gabe and them came running down the stairs and was like, actually, they didn't come running. I was screaming. I was like, there's a lizard down here, and nobody came. And then I started screaming at the top of my lungs for Gabe. I was like, Gabe! He's like, Bree, why are you? I was like, there's a lizard. I was like, what if they're all in here?
And he's like, I'm not worried about lizards. I just survived paradise. Shout out to Gabe.
That was a good.
You like that?
I like how you did that.
Hey.
I love
he
that.
did come down.
So I'm here, baby.
He did come down and get it.
In the jungle.
He did come down and get it.
When I have to remove them from spaces, I use like a magazine and I like scoot it under the lizard and then I just take it outside.
I get
usually.
one of our future farmers of America to come in there and get it because I just cannot.
And somewhere there's a whole group of teachers who do not have to deal with any kind of pest or anything in their schools, and they're just like,
What
these
is this?
guys.
No, I don't believe
where
that.
are they
That
teaching?
world.
You
I
think
feel like even at a bougie school, you still have to deal with bugs and critters.
You do.
Have y'all ever got stuck in the car rider line when you're late for work?
the car rider line?
Yeah, like the car rider line or the buses.
Oh,
When you're
I've
running
been
late
stuck
for
behind
work.
buses many
Oh, yeah,
times.
yeah.
That's a
amount-
bummer.
that gets on my nerves.
The amount of times that my old school, they would put like cones out and I would go straight around the car. I think I ran over a couple. Because I'm like, "Hi, so you want me to sit out here? Y'all going to be mad when I ain't got no sub and I can't come in, but I can't get around these cones."
Okay, I don't work there anymore, so I have a confession.
I can't.
I already said, I can't say allegedly because I just admitted to it. Okay, so we have a church across the street from the school. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they do like a daycare and then throughout the daytime, but
Yeah.
they leave mad early.
Okay.
After school one day, I went and took like 2 of their cones, put them in my trunk.
I can't.
So I could have them put in my parking spot. And I put the cones.
I'm snatching those cones. That was crafty.
Yes.
That was crafty. Because you got to fight you got to jostle for a
Yes.
parking spot.
So that's why I'm
Yeah.
not. So I'm not stuck in those lines. So because the only way you would be stuck on those lines in my school because you had to wait to get into the parking
Yeah.
spaces in the front of the school. But if you already had your
Nobody ever asked whose
coned
cones
out-
those were? Mm-mm. That's smart, Casey Mack. That's smart, you criminal.
See, at my school, if you got there on time or slightly early, you could usually get a spot really close to the building.
Yeah.
Like the building was surrounded by just a huge parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got there not as early
Mm-hmm.
or were running late, you had to park out farther.
And I'm
you had
super
to
late
walk
at that
across the
point.
football field. And it was like this, like almost like embarrassing walk, like because people would see you.
Especially
like,
the dew in the morning. I bet your shoes be super wet.
yeah, you could also like circle around it, but
It's
it would
like,
just take you a longer
I'm already
time.
late.
But yeah, like you'd be walking across, like I got here at 7:07 instead of 7:05. You know,
Dude, I am a rule follower, but like this year, especially, which Peyton is at the same school as me now. That's my little girl. That's 5, but she's at the same school as me now, and I still be late. I ain't even got to drive. You go to school with me, and I still be late. Like you walk in and you see your principal go. You pick Peyton up and go. Do not look at the man behind the curtain.
my dad taught at my high school and would give me a ride to school, and I'd be late sometimes because of my dad.
I try not to be late, but it's like I always misjudge the time or something because I don't do public math, so I think I misjudge the time.
Mornings are challenging. They are. I mean,
It's probably because I press snooze like 5 times because I'm like,
Okay.
do I really want to go to work today?
So here's when you're talking about like losing track of time. This I never really had a problem with having no younger kids making me late, but this is what used to always throw me off, talking about time, and this is another big thing that gets on teachers' nerves. Those buildings that do not have any windows. Now let me explain it.
Buildings that don't have no windows?
Let me tie it in. It's a lot. They look like a jail.
I taught in a windowless.
Yeah.
room.
Are you serious?
It looks like a jail. You like you're driving by a jail. It's crazy.
The whole school or just like certain classrooms?
The
ex-
whole school.
Oh, the exterior rooms had windows, but if you were interior, you didn't have a window.
You told
Yeah.
you told her to school that didn't have no windows?
Yes. And this was a problem. So we talking about the time not being able to get. So imagine those times when it's daylight savings time and it gets
So,
dark like around 4:35, you
Right.
know? So you go to school in darkness.
And you come out.
You're
and
in
it's
darkness all day because you can't see sunlight.
Right.
You leave school into darkness. It's like you had no daylight
I
whatsoever.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I've
go
heard the
crazy
inner
that way.
rooms that don't have windows, but like the whole school.
The whole school. I had a school I taught in, matter of fact, in Tulsa, and literally it looks like a jail. You drive no window.
No window. So
Why
what's
do they
the
do that
outside of
window?
the building? Just concrete?
Yeah.
Just like brick?
Yes.
But no windows.
I didn't even think about that.
yeah.
Nah, I
That
can't
is
be
so
doing no. I
strange to
can't do
me.
no windows. I mean, I understand the inner room like that doesn't have any windows, but
Right.
like I don't see no windows in the whole school. Let me out of this prison. What kind of hell is this? Are you pulling it up?
Yes.
Let me see.
My school.
What in the world? What?
No
Look at that.
windows.
Oh my goodness.
Why did they build
No
it like?
windows.
That is.
But did it have windows on the back?
No windows.
Well, I want to know. This in Tulsa?
Listen.
Speak for yourself. Speak on it. Why y'all got them babies in there with no windows? Speak on it.
Give us sunlight. We have no vitamin D here.
Sunlight's not in the budget.
Oh my gosh, for real though.
But that used to get on everybody's nerves, man. That was a horrible,
Man.
a horrible.
I've never
thing.
heard of that.
Man.
How can they have a school? You know what? The same way they have a school that has mold.
Oh.
Like there are places in schools that like you can see a significant amount of black mold.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Unfortunate.
isn't that like what won't black mold make, like especially if you have like asthma and stuff?
Yeah, I've never experienced that, but I can imagine that does happen.
Yeah.
Literally never seen no black mold in the school.
No.
Try and go teach wherever you teach. Cause
Why does mold have to be black?
shut up, Casey.
I want to see some white mold.
Grow up. Put your nose
Wait,
right.
mold is white.
Put your nose right. No, it's not.
Can be.
Put your nose right
no,
here.
listen.
Put your nose right here.
Strawberries.
Black,
Think about it. When
green,
strawberries get
white.
old,
We're talking about on the concrete cinder blocks at school. Focus.
I might have diverted from the conversation.
No, you're right. They're different. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Liz is like, we'll allow,
But look,
we'll
now she's
allow
into it.
it.
Like Liz is like, wait a minute. Now that you think about it, there is a
She's
white mold.
fine.
such a sweet, compassionate person. She's like, I find the good in anything, and I'm
love
like,
it.
it's black mold.
But no, but the mold in the buildings, because you see them like in the corners
and
and
yeah.
oh yes, it's just nasty.
I can't. And the missing ceiling tiles, I'm like, so
Oh.
it freaks me out. 'Cause I'm like,
Asbestos.
yeah.
Hello, we're
I'm like-
breathing asbestos.
I'm like, if I look up and see admin peeking through that ceiling tile to see if I'm sitting down at my desk, I cannot. I cannot.
Now, did y'all ever take the ceiling tile just to decorate it, like you paint on it and then put it back up?
Did you do that?
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
You
But
did?
no,
I didn't know
no, I don't.
I mean,
think
I've
you-
seen teachers do that.
Yeah, you take it
Casey,
down,
look at
paint
you.
on it, make whatever.
Man,
and
I
put it
love
back
that.
up.
I should have asked if we could do that. That's
I
a really
think
cool
Casey did it.
idea.
I don't think Casey asked.
I
I think he
did.
just.
No, I had a few
Well, I
that
seen a
were
lot of
water
teachers that did
damage
it.
that could have used some decoration.
Dude, the water damaged ones, I'm like, hey,
Turn
go
it
ahead
into
and
like a
take
sunset.
Ombre.
the water damaged ones. I'm like, go ahead and take that down because it's
Oh.
gonna literally fall on top of a kid's head.
Yeah, and because the leaky AC. That's what creates the mold and all that.
Speaking of AC, now I can control the thermostat in my room, but the fact that some teachers they can't control the thermostat, and I'm like, it's like 80 degrees in here. It feels like my grandma's house in here. And some teachers like they genuinely can't control their thermostat at school. Now me and the teacher
Right.
next door to me,
I joke
like,
about that, yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Me and the teacher next door to me, we had to like I control the thermostat, so he be freezing all the time because I'm like I'm a little chonky. It's hot in here. I'm a little chonky, thicker than Snickers. It's hot in here.
Well, speaking.
I've taught with no AC.
Really?
I've taught in buildings with no AC. And
It's hot where you live, though.
it was so hot and humid in Ohio, and you'd just be dripping. The kids would be dripping. Everybody's bummed out.
I'm for sure using a document camera that day. I ain't standing up at all.
So hard to learn.
Why do they not have AC in the buildings?
It was just these were two very, very old buildings, and they did eventually get upgrades, and they got AC when they did their upgrades. But yeah, I taught over half my career was with no air conditioning.
Okay, real quick. Well, speaking of AC, did y'all see that episode when him and Zach got into a fight?
What are you talking about?
Saved by the Bell. Nice throwback. She's younger than.
I watched Saved by the Bell. I just couldn't remember that.
Every episode, I drop like just tell my age, how old I am.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Now they
I knew right away.
Now watch this, because we about to say now they're gonna be in the comments. How does Honest Teacher Vibe not know about AC Slater?
I watched Saved by the Bell, but his last name is Slater.
AC Slater.
Yeah, AC Slater.
Thank you. I didn't know him by his first name. Just call him Slater.
But we were talking about air conditioning, so he was trying to.
Casey,
Tied into the schools.
I'm not sitting next to you next time. Wow, you guys just go. Y'all already making videos together. Just go ahead and have your little time.
No, get over
Seeing
here,
lizards together. Me and Leslie are about to boop you out of our
don't.
triplet family.
No, we just
no more
gotta bring
Leslie.
it- we just gotta
no
bring
more Leslie,
four.
Casey, and Bree.
We just gotta bring in the fourth.
Okay, we love Liz though.
Yeah.
She for the culture.
Love you guys.
We love her.
Oh,
For the
guys.
culture.
What we got?
Fundraisers.
Fundraisers.
Bro, that chocolate be so nasty. Them kids be hustling though.
Man.
Them kids be hustling. It's not fair though, the ones whose parents own gas stations and they sit the chocolate at the front for people. Now that's not fair. That's cheating.
I think like, okay, so last year, I was doing pretty well, because we was doing, tour dates a lot. So I was doing pretty well and all the kids knew it. So I was the go-to teacher. I sponsored everything. Everything. I'm talking about when the band kids had a fundraiser, they would bring me their packets, and I'm just giving kids $10. Like a whole class, everybody was in band. I said, because when one saw me do it, they was like,
Yeah, you can't do it for one. Yeah.
I said,
Right.
Everybody that's in band that has the packet, bring it up here.
Now you got 60 chocolate
So all
bars
of
in
them
your
will bring it
desk.
up, and I'm just giving them money. I'm signing on the list. Okay, I'll give you money. 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 The fundraisers for the step team. Hey, we need new boots. Help one out.
You're a step
Help
team?
Yeah, I had
You
to-
bougie.
So it was just like, fundraisers for me got on my nerves because I couldn't say no. I was literally helping everybody.
I will say-
even kids I didn't know. Hey, I don't even know you. Hey, so you got it.
I don't know. Not so you got it. So does your mom.
You got it.
So your mom has it. Bye.
It's tough to say no, and we used to have the girls basketball team every year, you would pledge X amount of money for every shot they made at this like shoot-a-thon.
Oh my gosh, I should do that.
And I'd be like, how good?
Hey, can she shoot though?
How's your percentage looking?
She can't shoot. That's actually a good. I'm gonna do that this year.
You should. It's
That's
a
actually
wonderful
a good basketball
fundraiser.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
So we need a little money. I'm gonna do that this year.
Yeah, I'd
Maybe
be like
next year.
every
do it
girls
this year.
basketball player who would come ask, I'd be like
That's a really cool
X
idea.
amount
though.
per shot. Yeah.
I can't help you out. You're 7 foot tall.
I heard
You're gonna
the
sink all
percentages.
these, right?
It gotta be a 3.
You're gonna sink all these.
It gotta be a 3. No layups. Maybe
That's
you could do
funny.
layups because they do be missing layups. What
I
about?
think they did free throws and threes.
Yeah, I would do 3s.
Yeah.
I would do 3 for the post players. I would do free throws. For the guards, I would do 3s.
And it was really cool. We had a really cool girls basketball coach, and our girls basketball players were just academically sound, polite. Like they were just such good people. Like you
Yeah.
had to give them your money.
Take all my money because you don't cause me any discipline problems. Y'all got broken desks in y'all classrooms?
Oh, that would happen. Yeah.
Broken desk, I would say we don't have a lot of broken. Well, the kids would break them.
Yeah.
Right.
They would
That's
do
where the
that.
broken
Right.
desks come from.
But some districts they just show up that way. You got these brand new broken desks.
Came off the truck that
You're
way.
welcome.
Screws loose, so am I. Desk got loose screws, I got loose screws. And the
But
kids.
I hate those desks with the rollers because the kids don't know how to stay.
What desk with the roll? You
They
talking about
got
the chairs or the?
Yeah, the chair. The chair
Oh,
kind of.
okay.
You can flip the
Yeah,
top
nah.
of the desktop and then this roller. You know, so it's good for like if you want to break them off into small groups and
Yeah.
everybody, but like everybody,
Yeah.
just, roll here.
I gotta keep a screwdriver at school for when them desks get loose, because the kids will be sitting there undoing the screw. Miss Richardson, my desk just broke. You
Yeah.
broke it.
Yep.
You the culprit. You broke it.
I used to
TikTok
hate
told
the
me to do
rolling
it.
tables. The rolling tables drove me crazy.
Oh
So
my
you'd
gosh.
have tables like this or like, rectangle tables, and the kids would take the brakes off and like move the table. Oh, that drove me crazy. I'd be like, keep the brakes on the table.
Not keep the brakes on the table. Break. You're a bad table driver. Sit down. What about all the interruptions when you're trying to teach? Announcements, fire drill, tornado drill.
That
so
definitely
many
gets on my
drills.
nerves. Definitely gets on my nerves. Like I want to say shut up, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like stop.
And the amount of kids that get checked out, I'm like, take me with you. Please
Right.
take me with
Right.
you.
I'm jealous.
Take me with you.
Because you can't even show frustration because if you're frustrated, then that kind of
The
like
kids
gives
are-
the kid to
Yeah.
be the green light
Right.
to be frustrated. So
Yeah.
you gotta like suffer in silence.
Yep.
The whole time.
Wow, I wish I did that. 'Cause I
Man.
don't. The way I roll my eyes, I'm like, golly, man. Y'all done call. So none of y'all don't care about this class. All 6 of y'all gonna check out. I bet. Like, you ever had the same kid that check out every single day? I'm like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
man, how you gonna pass? You ain't never here.
Right. Oh,
You was here
every
earlier.
day. The
You was-
same time. The
yeah,
same
the
kid.
exact same time. And then I'm like at one point I did call a parent. I was like, hey, because it is in some instances
So-
the kid they can't control when they get checked out,
Right,
and the
of
parent
course.
like I don't never want to be disrespectful and nothing like that. But I'm like, hey, this is an important class for them to have. They check out every single day.
But sometimes, this one particular kid, he would leave for the most. Let's just say I don't want to judge his reasons, but let's just say I gotta leave early today. Oh yeah, you got a doctor's appointment? No, I got a hair appointment. About to get new twists. Gotta get my twists redone. Oh, okay. Well, see you tomorrow. Come back next day. Nice haircut. Hey, I gotta leave again today. Why? Got a barber appointment. You just got your
You
hair
just got
done.
your hair done.
That was
Y'all
twist.
couldn't double up?
That was twist. He got to fade it and he got to edge it up.
I
I promise
can't.
you, real. It was something. It was so. Oh, we got to go shopping. My grandma's taking me shopping, so she had to pick me up early.
Literally, I'm so jealous when they get checked out. I'm like, please take me with you. Like, can I leave too? Is that my mom on the phone? No, I'm not getting checked out. Okay. I
One
need
day-
to get checked out.
One day he was just sick, and I said, "Oh man, you must have an appointment." Nah,
I'm just sick.
yeah. I only leave for important things like my hair.
I only leave for important things.
Have you not been paying attention, Mr. Mack?
Have you ever jammed the copy machine and walked away?
I kicked the copy machine
I've kicked it before.
because it was jammed.
I've always let someone know because I can't always fix it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a jam
Tiny
that
little piece of paper
yeah.
that gets stuck in there.
So I would always let someone know, like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I got to
I
go to
jammed
class.
it.
I did leave it jammed.
Yeah.
I have a phobia. The reason why I would never try to touch it because I for some reason in my mind I feel like when I stick my hand in it, it's gonna get cut off. Like
In the
something's-
copy machine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
because of the sharp, like
whatever,
the
yeah,
metal
so
piece.
I
What
don't-
is sharp in
yeah.
there?
I don't know. I might be making this up in my mind, but I just do not
There's no
want to stick
razor
my
blades
hand.
in the copy
I
machine.
do not want to stick my hand in there. I'm
seen
just
too many
afraid of
scary
it.
movies.
I'm trying to think.
I
I mean,
Too
they're
many
just
scary
pieces you're
movies.
like folding down. You're kind of going in and grabbing. I guess you could get
I
scratched,
don't
but
know. I might be making this up in my mind, guys.
Yeah, I think
But I'm telling you, I
nothing
do
sharp.
not like sticking my hand in. It's just I got a phobia about
there's
it.
nothing sharp in there.
Ah.
That was a genuine
Like
response.
if I drop a knife in a garbage disposal, I don't even put my hand in there. I don't like putting my hands in things.
If you're in the house by yourself, you think ghosts gonna turn on the
I
garbage
don't
disposal?
put my hands
You didn't
in
watch
things.
too many scary movies.
I did.
You've watched
I
too many
did.
scary movies because there's literally nothing in the copy machine.
I can't do it. I
So
can't do it.
you just. So if the toner needs to be changed, you like I can't do it because I gotta
No.
stick my hand in there to get it out.
And if I was a doctor, I would never do any procedures where I had to stick my hand in anywhere and check anything.
So then you wouldn't be a doctor like you are right now.
Right.
You're not a doctor.
Afraid my hand
No.
gonna get cut off in there too.
Liz, we need to come up with a prank for Casey.
we do. We do.
It's on like a pot
Put
of
my
neck
hand in
bones.
nothing. Real quick, what about the assemblies?
We don't really have assemblies.
The assembly. This is the part about the assemblies that get on my nerve. It's the schedule, the assembly schedule. You know how because your whole day is altered based
Oh,
around
yeah.
the assembly schedule.
Yeah.
Certain classes is cut shorter,
Right.
and then you know what I'm saying.
But you still expected to
Right.
give quality
Right.
instruction. I'm
Right.
like, okay, now this whole
I
class
hate
behind.
that.
Yeah, now
That
this whole
gets
class
on my
behind.
nerves.
The kids are amped. They're off all day.
Yes.
Lunch is off. Everything's
Yes.
off.
We took our kids to an assembly like the second day of school. I was like, hey, I just met these people. I don't want to go nowhere with them in the hallway yet. Like we just got to know each other. I can't even give them the teacher look. You want me to walk them all the way to an assembly? Madness.
Yeah,
Mayhem.
and that the mayhem walking them to the assembly is crazy.
Foolish.
Trying to direct traffic with hundreds of
Kids.
yes.
People.
That's the
I was like,
name.
what were you trying to say?
And it's hard to keep a class
I'm trying to say, what
together.
can I call?
Casey's like, what word am I looking for?
No, what word am I looking for that will actually air? That's what I was. Kids. Yep, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh, Casey, I don't want to know what you were going to. Students, pupils. I haven't heard a kid be called a pupil. Oh my gosh.
Scholars.
Okay, listen. I haven't heard a kid be called a pupil in a long time. Don't y'all also feel like, though, like, this is totally random and off subject, but that's the person that I am. Don't y'all feel like our teachers were, like, a lot more, like, straight-laced than we are? Like, we're a little bit, we let the kids see a little bit more of our humanity, I feel like, than our teachers did.
Yes.
Like, this is a new generation of teachers. Because your kid said something about me and I said something back to them.
Right.
And now I'm in trouble. But they said something to me first.
Well, and when I was in school, at least in my school experience, instruction was much more direct and formal.
Mm-hmm.
I write these notes on the board, or I put a slide up. You're copying the notes while I'm talking. Don't you dare talk. Type of thing. And my teachers were kind. I think they were good people. They were certainly helpful.
Yeah.
But there was way more distance.
I don't remember. I was about to say, I don't, because my algebra, my basketball coach was my algebra teacher. And I don't ever remember, like, I really struggled in algebra. And I don't ever remember getting pulled for, like, because we pull small groups now for the kids that
yeah.
are struggling with whatever skill you're teaching. And I remember, like, mostly large group instruction. Even when I was a kid, I feel like even when I was in elementary school, the only time I got pulled, I think me and my twin, when we were in second grade, we struggled to read. So they pulled us like out of class to go to a class to teach us how to read. But now, you know, and I like the small group instruction. You know, I like that because it's easier to, like, your kids that are confused or they don't understand whatever particular skill or standard you're teaching. Sometimes they're like, I'm not going to ask a question. If they don't know something, I'm like, I'm
Right.
not going to ask a question in front of all 30 of these other kids that might have
Right.
gotten it when I don't understand. So I do like the small group, like, model after the large group instruction, but I don't remember us doing that when we were kids.
No, I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. But I do feel like our teachers were a lot more straight-laced.
I had
than
a
we are.
Spanish teacher who was like an innovator. Like, she was incredible and did really interactive stuff and a lot of, like, breakout stuff and group work and things like that. And ironically, she was my parents' French and Spanish teacher. She had my mom for French, my dad for Spanish. So she was, you know,
Oh, she was turned up.
she was nearing retirement when I had her.
Yeah.
And she was just every new thing, every new instructional
I like
strategy.
that. I really do like that.
But there was still this deep respect and this kind of formal, like, I would never tell her about my personal life. We would never know about hers. Like,
right.
definitely still
Yeah.
formal setting.
Yeah, I guess these kids built different nowadays. So we meet them where they at. So I guess when we were in school, our parents. If I got in trouble at school, my parent did not call my teacher and ask and blame it on them. It was like, what did you do to contribute to this? Now, obviously, like if I felt like my teacher did something that wasn't fair, whatever, of course my parent would call. But my parents never called the school like off the jump trying to go off on the teacher.
Right.
Like they would talk to me first, and then if it needed to be taken to the teacher, then they would. But some parents now they call the school and off the jump they in your face, and you like, hey, this what the right you write my child up because you bullying them. I just wrote them. This is what they did. They cussed somebody out and then told somebody they was gonna smack them with a desk. That's a threat. So what that other child did for them to tell them? Yeah, I had to intervene at that point.
My parents were in the building. I wasn't getting away with anything.
See, Peyton is in the same. Our elementary and middle school are connected to each other. So I mean, sometimes at 10 o'clock is when my planning is. Pop over there to Peyton class. She never know I'm in it. One time I came in, she didn't even know I was in there. I was like, "Not you over here acting a fool." She turned around. I was like, "Surprise, shouty!"
My mom would know test grades before they were handed back. I'd be like, "Mom, I didn't even get that back yet."
Man,
she'd be like, "You got a C on your anatomy test."
I know people.
I know things.
That's insider trading. That is not
Not
fair.
insider trading.
That is not fair. That is not fair that you ran into him in the copy room and asked him what I got. That's not okay.
Not the insider trading with the Pokemon cards. Y'all been Pokemon cards? That's another thing that drives me crazy. I can't stand the Pokemon cards.
Oh, the kids ain't playing the game.
Oh, is that popular?
Oh my gosh, I didn't think the kids play with Pokemon cards anymore. But if you take a kid's Pokemon cards, oh my gosh,
really?
Like they.
But it was okay. But watch this though. Oh, no, I saw a lot of that back in the older days with the olden days.
I was about back in the olden days.
And here's what's so funny. Like those games that the kids used to play. I felt like they wasn't. They probably. I'm sure they got on our teachers' nerves back then, but. Like now it's the video games and everything that the kids are doing, right? And the Chromebooks, you always got to constantly tell them, get off that, get off that, get off that. You would think technology would help in schools, but let's talk about like when the projectors and the things like that, our technology. Now, a lot of times our technology don't work today.
Absolutely.
The electronic whiteboards, the thing you're trying to connect to this projector, and you have to Bluetooth and sync and all that.
Wasted 15 minutes of my instructional time trying to fix the.
It's hard.
True.
Hard. But back in the day, when they used to just wheel in that cart. With that VCR?
Not the VCR.
The VCR never went down.
The VCR.
All you had to do was press play.
Hey, and that what's the projector our teachers used to run on? The big like.
Yeah.
What was it called? Wasn't it called a projector?
Yeah, just a projector, right?
Elmo?
No, but it was like the big thing and had a little light on it.
Right, and they write on their hand, and then it showed up on the board.
So it was like the back in the day version
that
of
never
the
failed.
Document camera. Right. I never saw that thing go
this
out.
This new stuff, how they trying to get us connected,
all the time.
That's the problem.
All these cords and stuff.
Let's get back to the old days.
Whole screen to go blank.
Yeah.
Why aren't you wasting instructional time? It's the freaking technology. It isn't me. I was prepared.
The technology that I have to integrate.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I'm not skilled somehow.
Because when our Wi-Fi goes down at our school, everything shuts down.
Yeah.
No electronic boards, the Chromebooks, everything.
You can't take attendance.
Right.
Like if the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi go out a lot. What'd you say you call the Wi-Fi?
The why lie? Because why you lying?
Yeah,
you ain't working.
You said the Wi-Fi should be called why lie?
Because you lying.
Let's get to some user-submitted stories.
All right.
Casey, what you got, friend?
Oh, I got a good one here. It says, I'm a first-year teacher, first grade teacher, and my classroom has a bathroom. In the beginning of the year, it was kind of nice because the kids didn't have to share bathrooms with the older kids. Then something happened to one of the doors and it needed to be replaced because it would not shut nor open, trapping kids inside. So the custodial staff removed the door, never returned it or replaced it, but they just put a curtain up. And so for the past 3 months, the curtain has been rigged and it was used as a door. And you could hear all the sounds, smell all the odors in the class all day long. It was disgusting.
That is nasty.
You dang right.
That's nasty. Man. Oh my gosh. The amount of times they say they're going to fix stuff and they just forget.
Yeah.
Like conveniently forget.
I mean, shout out to Custodial for putting the curtain up and being innovative, but it's time for a door.
It's time for a door.
Right.
I can hear little Johnny dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Put a door. Let's get a door.
How quickly convenience can become inconvenience.
Right.
Okay, sound like somebody cooking fried chicken in here.
But yeah, that's really gross. And with that age group, too, that's got to be distracting. They're making jokes about it. They're laughing.
Because what grade she said it? Oh, first. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
One of them snatched that curtain open so many times somebody been in there. This one looks crazy. I used to teach in a haunted school. What a way to start a story. One night during my first month working there, I was leaving school after conferences that went late. I was the last person to leave the building aside from the janitor who I could see in front of me at the end of the hallway. I was walking down when I heard the toilet flush in the bathrooms I was walking past. We don't have automatic flush toilets, so I opened the door and called out hello. Why are you going in there, though? Like, why are you saying hello? At that point, I'm minding my business because I'm finna go. So I opened the door and called out hello, is someone in there? No one answered, so I walked inside. No one was there, so I walked out. And as I was opening the door to leave, one of the stall doors slammed shut. Ooh. I almost had a heart attack. I ran so fast out of there. The next day, I told my students the story, and they all looked at each other and said out loud together, Diana! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no, it's Moaning Myrtle! Not Diana! Of all the names. You see the look on the kids' faces. Diana.
Dirty Diana.
She said they then proceeded to tell me a story about a time some of them were after school for a creative writing class when all of a sudden the lockers at the back of the classroom that were always open slammed shut and the lights flickered. They were so scared that the teacher took them to another classroom. Absolutely. Let some doors slam. Let the toilet flush and Moaning Myrtle be in there. I'm out.
I don't know. I always just want to call cap on any haunted school stories.
What? Come on, Casey.
Let me tell you why. Because usually it's the presence of an entity that was alive at one point in time. Normally, how the stories go. Tell me what entity, alive or dead, wants to be in a school all day, every day. I don't care.
The living don't want to be there.
I'm getting the hell out of here. I have all this free reign, and I'm going to sit in a school building?
There's better places to haunt.
Lifelong learner.
Afterlife learner. So she said,
Real.
My current... She said my current class at the time, they were telling me this story. And it happened again, except this time it was the overhead projector screen suddenly rolling up and one of the ceiling light bulbs blowing at the same time. I transferred to another school after that year. I was so scared all the time. It's like you seeing ghosts in corners that ain't there. That projector bulb just blew because it was old.
Right? This school ain't haunted. It's just old.
Yeah.
My high school was built in 1920 and I'm a sophomore. This semester, I'm doing online school because I have mold toxicity and am severely sick with several chronic symptoms. Ooh. The school is ancient and the teachers swear there is mold, but they don't do anything about it.
The amount of schools that probably have like bad black mold in them is... Ugh. You would think they would do something about it though after a kid got sick and is like having to stay at home.
I mean, you would think.
One would think.
There could be some pretty severe, consequences, I would think.
Nah, apparently not, because that kid looked like they just went to the house and was like, "What? I guess I'm doing school at home." Because where ain't nobody else got no mold toxicity, so y'all just used to it.
I guess.
I'm like, oh, I can't see it. I can't. What? I don't see anything.
If you was to go grab a corn chip and scoop up that mold, would that be guacamole? And that's the show tonight, everybody. We thank everybody.
Did you just come up with that?
Yes. Thank everybody for tuning in to another wonderful episode of the Teachers Off Duty podcast, man. We had a great time again with our lovely guests. It's been your man, KC Mack with...
I'm Liz Blanc. You can follow me at It's Liz Blanc, ITSLIZBLANC.
And...
Honest teacher vibes.
All this teacher vibes. Oh man, I love you guys so much. This
love
is
you.
my
Thank
best
you.
friend circle. I'm trying to
This
tell
was
you.
very fun. This was so much fun.
Please continue to follow everybody on the panel. Please make sure you follow. I said panel like this.
I was like, what a panel.
Follow the panel. Follow everybody, man. Follow your moderators. Since you're following, make sure you guys are following the Teachers Off Duty podcast. That's very important. Make sure you guys are following Board Teachers on all platforms. That's very important. Make sure you guys tap into the Supercast. That's right, because we got to give you that content, man, that you guys can't see anywhere else, man. If you think we act a fool right now, imagine what we do when we have a little bit more freedom to get crazy, get loose, play a lot of fun games. We got a lot of stuff we talk about. Get your goose loose.
Shake your goose, shake your loose goose.
But make sure you guys, just tap in, man. It's a lot of beautiful things going on. A lot of exciting things going on with the tour. As you know, 2024, man, we have an all-new tour that's coming for you. You don't want to miss it. We're going to be in some great states like Maine, Massachusetts, Texas, Florida, Vermont, upstate New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Idaho, Utah, Kentucky, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, California, Wisconsin, Wyoming, Mississippi.
And my crooked letter I.
And Louisiana. So make sure you guys are tapping in so you can see where we're going to come to you next. We love every last one of you guys. We hope you have one heck of a school week. Can't wait to see you next week because we coming back with more.
Back again.
Yes.
Bye, best friend.
See y'all later.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher homies.